Good morning, everybody. Sorry for the delay. My computer was loading. Hi, I miss you all. I hope you had a really, really good weekend. I'm Christina Pocklington from the Great Start Parent Coalition. I'm a parent liaison, and I used to be a kindergarten teacher and a Great Start readiness teacher, and also a preschool teacher. So I'm so excited to be with you all this morning. And let's quickly run through for the parents the success basics, which came from the Boston Basics, which research has shown to be the most effective things you can do at home with your children birth to 5. So it's love, talk, count, play, and read. And I've talked about the tip sheets before, but one of the ones that we're going to focus on today is describe life and be specific with our language for talk today. All right, let's start with our welcome song. So, to say hello, friends. You've got your index fingers and you're hooking them together. And then how? So flat hands pointed at your chest. How are you? Are you feeling happy? Are you feeling grumpy? How are you? Let's sing it together. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. How are you? How are you? Are you feeling happy? Are you feeling grumpy? How are you? How are you? Take a second and think about how you're feeling today. Are you feeling happy because it's sunny outside and you get to play a lot today? That could be a lot of fun. Or maybe you're a little bit sad because you're missing your friends or you're missing your teacher. Both of those are okay to feel. Or maybe you are excited to do something fun today. Maybe you're going to go outside as a family. Who knows? Only you know how you are feeling. I can't tell you how you're feeling. You have to figure it out for yourself. And that's something you can do. All right, next, let's talk about the weather today. So take a second and look out your window and let's ask the question. What's the weather like today? Like today? Like today? What's the weather like today? On this Monday. We just had a lovely weekend and it is our first day back. It is also the first day of spring break. Woohoo! So excited for you to join me here in April. But let's talk about what it is today. Sometimes it snows in April, but not today. It's not snowy. Look outside your window. I don't see any rain. I don't see my trees moving. I don't think it's windy. I don't see any clouds. I definitely don't see any rain clouds or lightning. I think it's sunny. Hopefully it's a nice, warm, sunny day where you are. I'm enjoying all of the sun that we've had this past week. All right, now let's get up and get moving. So I have a die that I made with different animals on them, and I'm going to roll it and show you what animal we're going to move like. So let's stand up and get ready to move. All right, here we go. Roll, roll, roll. We're going to hop like a green frog. Ready? Try to get both feet off the ground. This is a really, really good skill to have. Ready, set, hop, hop, hop. All right, I'm going to roll the die again. I got a yellow duck. So let's take a second and waddle like a duck. Make sure to move those hips. Waddle, 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 waddle. Waddle, 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 waddle. Waddle, 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 waddle. Now, if you notice, I did each of those actions 3 times. Now, I have a deck of cards with me, and we're going to pick out different numbers so that we're going to count. Ooh, I have a good number already. Ready? This is our first number. 1, 2, 3, 4. So whatever we roll next, we're going to do 4 times. Ready, set, roll. We're going to tweet like a bird 4 times. Ready, get those arms on your hips. Go tweet, 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 tweet. We just tweeted 4 times. All right. Now let's see here. I'm going to mix up my cards. I wonder what we're going to get next. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are going to take big steps like a brown bear. We're going to take 5 big steps. All right, I'm going to stand back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we're going to do one more. I'm going to mix up my cards. Now we're going to go with this number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6! All right, let's roll our die. Oh, how about we do, we're going to roll it one more time because we've done that one a lot. We're going to bark like a white dog. And maybe, what do dogs do? Take a second and think about how dogs move. Do they move on all 4s? You won't be able to see me, but I'm going to bark 6 times while I'm on all 4s like this. Ready? Bark, 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 bark. I barked 6 times. All right. Before we get started with the rest of our circle, take a deep breath in and let it out. Deep breath in and out. Well done. Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot to put up Sunny for today. All right. Oh, we're in good shape. Now we can talk about today's theme. Today's theme is all about mail. Sending mail, getting mail, and using mail as a way of keeping in touch with those that we love. There's a Daniel Tiger song that I love, and it goes, making something is one way to say, I love you. So by making something, even if you can't write, you can just draw, I am so sorry. By making something, you can show someone that you love them. All right, let's keep going with one of my favorite books. It's called Dear Mr. Blueberry. And the fun thing is this setting is in Nantucket, Massachusetts, which is near where I used to live when I was a kid. All right, so this book is by Simon James. Here's our title page. And this book is written all in the form of letters. Let me tilt the screen down just a little bit. Here we go. And it's called, the letter is to Dear Mr. Blueberry. I love whales very much, and I think I saw one in my pond today. Please send me some information on whales, as I think he might be hurt. Love, Emily. So by looking at this, I can tell that 2 of the characters are going to be Mr. Blueberry and Emily and the whale. Dear Emily, here are some details about whales. I don't think you'll find it was a whale you saw, because whales don't live in ponds, but in salt water. Yours sincerely, your teacher, Mr. Blueberry. And look, she's at the breakfast table while she's reading that letter from her teacher. I'm guessing she's on summer break, which is why she's writing back and forth with her teacher. Dear Mr. Blueberry, I am now putting salt in the pond every day before breakfast, and last night I saw my whale smile. I think he's feeling better. Do you think he might be lost? Love, Emily. And look, she's putting salt in her pond. Dear Emily, please don't put any more salt in the pond. I'm sure your parents will not be pleased. I'm afraid there can't be a whale in your pond because whales don't get lost. They always know where they are in the oceans. Yours sincerely, Mr. Blueberry. Dear Mr. Blueberry, I am very happy because I saw my whale jump up and spurt lots of water. He looked blue. Does that mean he might be a blue whale? Love, Emily. P.S. What can I feed him with? Dear Emily, blue whales are blue, and they eat tiny shrimp-like creatures that live in the sea. However, I must tell you that a blue whale is much too big to live in your pond. Yours sincerely, Mr. Blueberry. P.S. Perhaps it is a blue goldfish? Dear Mr. Blueberry, last night I read your letter to my whale. Afterward, he let me stroke his head. It is very exciting. I secretly took him some crunched up cornflakes and breadcrumbs. This morning I looked in the pond and they were all gone. I think I shall call him Arthur. What do you think? Love, Emily. Have you been hearing that these letters have been having questions? Questions are a really good way to keep the letters going back and forth. And people love to feel asked about their day. Dear Emily, I must point out to you quite forcibly now, sorry, hold on one second, that in no way could a whale live in your pond. You may not know that whales are migratory, which means they travel great distances each day. I am sorry to disappoint you. Yours sincerely, Mr. Blueberry. She looks a little sad. Dear Mr. Blueberry, tonight I'm a little sad. Arthur has gone. I think your letter made sense to him, and he has decided to be migratory again. Love, Emily. I think she's missing her friend. Dear Emily, please don't be too sad. It really was impossible for a whale to live in your pond. Perhaps when you are older, you would like to sail the oceans studying and protecting whales. What a good idea. Yours sincerely, Mr. Blueberry. She still looks kind of sad, though. She might need a hug. Dear Mr. Blueberry, it's been the happiest day. I went to the beach, and you'll never guess, but I saw Arthur. I called to him, and he smiled. I knew it was Arthur because he let me stroke his head. I gave him some of my sandwich, and then we said goodbye. I shouted, I loved him very much. And I hope you don't mind. I said you loved him too. Love, Emily and Arthur. And this is the last page. It says, The End. Ooh, that was a great book. Now we've got one more really, really fast book to read. This is actually one of my son's favorites. Please Write Back. It's by Jennifer Morris. And it's a board book, so it's a very durable book. And the main character is an alligator named Alfie. And he is going to write a letter. All right, here we go. Alfie wrote a letter to Grandma. He started it, Dear Grandma, I love you. Please write back. Love, Alfie. Alfie addressed the letter. That, see right here? This is where you write the address where it's to who you're sending it to. And this is where you write from. and he stamped the letter. You see the stamp in the right-hand corner? That's where you put the stamp if you're going to mail a letter. And this illustration is from actually inside the letterbox. Here's Alfie mailing the letter. Oh, well done, Alfie. Then he waited for Grandma to write back. This is another good book that ties in with last week with waiting. Sometimes it's hard, but let's see what Alfie does. He waited the next day, and the next day, and the next day. Alfie looks a little mischievous. How does the mailman look? Does he look happy? Or does he look surprised and maybe a little bit scared? I know if I opened up my mailbox and I found an alligator, I would be surprised and scared. And that's okay. But the next day, and Grandma's letter still did not come. Then one day, the mailman said, "Are you Alfie?" "Do you have a letter for me?" Alfie asked. "No," said the mailman. "What do you think he has instead?" "I think he's got a package for Alfie." "I have a box!" Inside was a letter. It said, "Dear Alfie, I love you too. Love, Grandma." And it looks like Grandma sent him a teddy bear. How cool is that? Oh, Alfie must feel very loved right now. And I bet his grandma felt very loved when she got this letter from Alfie. There's a Daniel Tiger episode that's all about Daniel and his family sending letters to Grandpere, and when Grandpere sends a letter back to Daniel's dad. It's a very good episode, so if you have a chance, you can look it up today if you are interested and you have time, or you need an adult to help you with that. All right, now we are going to spell a word together using our Zoophonics letters. Let's see if we can figure it out. Missy Mouse says, Alligator says, ah. Annie Inchworm says, eh. Lizzie Lizard says, ooh. So we have M, A, I, L. That spells mail. And remember, that's today's theme. And it's also about showing those you love that you love them, and you can also say thank you. Our mail carriers are working super hard right now. So if you see a mail truck, make sure to give a big wave today. And maybe you can go on your porch or lean out your window and say, thank you. Wouldn't that be fun? I know Riley loves watching for the mail truck. It's one of his favorite things. All right, before I tell you what your homework is for today, we need to shake some of our sillies out because we've been sitting for a long time. All right. Oh, and I'll show you this after we shake our sillies out. But I do have some cool things I want to show you too before we get into the end of our circle. So we're just going to do 2 verses of shake our sillies out. All right, get your arms ready. Shake your head. Shake your body. Shake. We're going to shake our sillies out. Shake our sillies out. Shake our sillies out. Wiggle our waggles away. Ooh, should we jump? I think we should jump. Stand up. All right. You can't see me because I moved my screen. Sorry, hold on. Ready? Here we go. We're gonna jump our jiggles out. Jump our jiggles out. Jump our jiggles out. Wiggles our waggles away. We're gonna stretch. Let's do 3 verses. I changed my mind. We're gonna stretch our stretchies out. Stretch our stretchies out. Stretch our stretchies out. wiggles or waggles away. I feel better. Do you feel better? All right, now I wanted to show you something that I made for Riley to play with today. He's got a mailbag. Now Riley doesn't know how to write yet, so he will take pieces of paper and he can fold them up and put them in his mailbag, and he can give them to his dad or to me. He loves delivering the mail. And we also saved these boxes so he can deliver Rick, my husband, or I a package. And I also made a sign from the post office and talking about how much it would cost to ship a large box or a medium box or a small box or an envelope or to get a stamp or to mail a postcard. So Riley's going to pretend to deliver packages or to deliver mail today. All right. Now, when you're writing those letters, do you remember what it looked like when Alfie was writing his letter? So if you know how to write, this is what you do for the envelope. You can put the address here to who you're sending it to, and you put your address up here, who you're sending it from. And what goes in the envelope, you make sure to write dear and then whoever it's to, and then you want to make sure you write who it's from. It's from Alfie. So you can practice writing your name. And if you don't know how to write your name, you can look around the house and see if you can find the letters in your name. So Riley's name is R-I-L-E-Y. So he could look around the house and see if there's anywhere where he can see the letters of his name, particularly in books or magazines or anything around your house. Labels on food, anything like that can have the letters of your name. And maybe you can do something either before lunch or after lunch to show your family that you love them. Maybe you could help clear the table, or you could wipe down the table after you're done. Something to be a helper. I think your family would really, really appreciate that. So you're going to try to help somebody today, work on the letters of your name, and then if you have time, you could draw a picture for someone. I know it makes me feel really, really happy when Riley draws a picture for me. Yesterday he drew me a picture of an elephant and it made me very, very happy. All right. Well, you all are so lovely. And we do have to I'm sorry, I jumped ahead. I did our homework before we did the calendar. Oh my goodness. Christina Pocklington, you're so silly. All right, we know that it's sunny today, and it's still April, but we haven't had a lot of the rain that typically comes in April. It's been very sunny, which is nice. So we have a lot of days to count. So we started doing these videos on Wednesday the 1st. So let's see what today is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Today is Monday, April 6th. And let's see if we can talk about the pattern that we can see that's starting to form. We have green umbrella, rain clouds, pink umbrella, rain clouds, green umbrella, and then rain clouds. This is kind of a complicated pattern, but we're figuring it out. Very cool. So we will sign off for today. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a wonderful day and know that you are loved and you are wonderful.